The Iter Show is executive produced by CQB, hosted by Tartarus, and sponsored by SC, Bradley's Pizzeria, Iter Asylum, and any other Iter-affiliated business. This broadcast may not be taken, redistributed, or used without the express written consent of Iter. Iter, go gold!
Welcome back to the Iter Show, and I'm Tartarus, and today I'm joined by our legendary ex-Sky City president and businessman, Maki. Maki, how's it going?
Oh, it's been going great. I mean, I have no words to say right now. I'm just happy to be back. It's been a long while.
Well, that leads us into our first question. How does it feel to return to the server after being away for, how long was it?
I think like 2 years. No, not 2 years. I think like a year at least.
Damn.
Yeah, a long time.
Well, when you look around Sky City today, what are the biggest changes you've noticed since you were last active?
I think the biggest change is that one, a lot of the buildings are a lot more detailed now. They're not, plain slates like how I used to build them. Some properties of mine have been changed or removed, which is okay. It's fine, whatever. Um, I think some towers are gone too. Even that legendary church, that thing is gone too. It's replaced with a penis-shaped building with a cross on it. Oh, I mean, respectfully, but like still,
Yeah, that freaking sucks.
yeah. There's the mall. There's the mall. That's the coolest thing. I've seen it. It's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's been getting put up recently by, I think it was Chanting and SC, because they're trying to implement some way to get blocks circulating.
Or yeah, money as well too. I don't know.
Mhm. Well, during your time when you were the president and later statesman, you emphasized unity and peace. Do you believe those ideals have endured in your absence?
Um, I didn't really think because I've been absent, and let me think for a second. I think yeah and no. I don't know. I mean, I heard Billy Bob was like kind of like a tyrant when I was gone, so I don't know. Respectfully,
Yeah, there's differing sides on the opinion. Some believed he was a tyrant because he was doing everything solo. Others believed he was a hero of sorts because he was actually getting stuff done. It really just depends on which opinion you're looking at.
I mean, if you get stuff done, then yeah, you should be hailed a little bit, like a little bit. Just saying.
And for those who don't know, he got ejected from office by the rebellion, and that's where we're at right now.
Me or Billy Bob? I forgot.
Really,
All right. No, it's okay. What happened to me? I forgot. I haven't been in a while. I think I have dementia since the last time I played.
bro's ancient.
That's why I named myself Uncle Freakster, bro. That's why. On the Zoom call, anyway.
What role do you envision yourself playing now that you're back? Are you aiming to go back into political involvement or just back into business?
Back in business, baby. Make some money.
Yeah, the new economy is definitely going to be weird, so good luck.
I mean, I'm gonna set it up a little bit. Not gonna lie.
There's going to be taxes if SC gets what he wants. There's going to be taxes.
No, dog. We're not the NCR, bro. Well, let's not do taxes. All right, let's do some stock investments and like Skygen generators to make money. I don't know. Something better than taxes.
Yeah. Well, with the server's rising influence from newer factions such as like the Industrial Coalition and Utopian Party, what are your thoughts on some of these movements?
Live and let live. I don't know.
That's fair. Well, on to our next question. Given your past leadership style, like promoting free markets but supporting peacekeeping, how do you approach some of the new tensions that exist today, as in like the mini gang war that happened in
The mini gang war. Oh yeah, my Irish pub got taken over by those bastards. Yeah. I mean, I support peace. Here's the thing. This is my belief. Like, hey, you can do whatever you please. Once you start hurting people, I'm gonna have a problem. That's my, belief on things. So I believe in like a right amount of policing, but not too much, not like over the top, like spying on people and shit.
Mhm. Well, now with the since you're back and you've been getting somewhat informed on the major projects like Sky City Mall, the new housing initiatives, uh,
Mhm.
Will, what's your opinion on the direction of the server's economy?
It's not even set up yet. I mean, I've seen it being made, like the generators and stuff, and like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's gonna take a hell of a long while for that to be done.
That's fair. Because last I heard from SC, it was gonna be shards
Yeah, shards like prismarine shards.
and pottery shards and stuff.
Mhm.
We'll see how that turns out.
I don't know. I usually like, diamonds and gold because that makes sense. That's an actual currency in real life. But hey,
Yeah. I think the main problem with that currency is from the people that left the server years ago.
Mhm.
No disrespect to you, have had
No, it's fine.
there's so much money stored up that was duplicated and dirty money.
Yeah, it was blood money or like just lazy hunchback money. Nobody actually made money on the server a long time ago.
So that's why they're trying to change it so the people that come back thinking they can just buy everything.
They realize, yeah, they realize, oh shit, I have no money actually. If I realize all this fabricated money is gone, yeah, which I like because literally only people would join the server just to get creative and then dupe a bunch of shit and then leave. So I think that's a smart idea, getting prismarine shards. Or I don't know, um maybe like some type of rare block. I don't know, would be better. But yeah, I like the new economy system. Something rare.
You've talked about your beliefs and stuff in this interview.
Mm.
Like, do you think the spirit of popular opinion and belief and power in government, which you ran a lot when you were president,
Mhm.
is still working on the server, or do you think the server moved to a different model?
Well, let me explain something real quick. What do you mean by that?
Like people getting voted in because they were popular, with
Mm.
the people, they actually did stuff on the server.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly. I support that and I like that because that makes sense. You want a person who is liked. You don't want some kid who's just inherited all of his father's money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't want some rich kid leading the country that doesn't, even though he doesn't even know what he's doing. You know?
yeah.
So
Many of this is our next question, but many veterans from the server still view you as a symbol of stability. Do you ever consider maybe going back into leadership in the next upcoming election, or are you just focused on mentoring the next generation?
oh, I mean, I'm not that old, gang, but
Server was made in 2020 and it's 2025. You
no, I joined when it was like 2023. Chill out, bro. But
compared to me, you've been on the server at least triple the time I have.
okay, yeah, that's fair.
And I joined last year.
Um, I will get into politics one time, but like until then, if people are still like whining about very stupid crap, like I don't know, like their feelings getting hurt, I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard.
Okay.
I'm not trying to act like those fucking kids that act like they punch metal for fun. Hell no. No, I'm not acting like that.
Rose
But like,
of Knuckles.
yeah, Timmy Buckles, yeah. But I want people like put feelings aside and put like things that would actually like help, you know? Don't
Yeah.
put your egos in don't put your ego first before like your responsibilities. I don't know how to say.
Yeah. Well, finally, what message would you like to leave both old and new players in this new chapter of Sky City's history?
Wow. Okay, after I finish this question, could I just yap like a bunch of shit that's happened to me on the server respectfully?
Sure.
All right. I want to give you guys some monetary funds, all right? Okay. We've come so far, gentlemen. I mean, why would we stop now?
That's fair. Like,
And we're so close to becoming actual like server, not gonna lie.
yeah, let's hope that call this anti-BT, but let's hope nothing bad happens with the new powers that are coming into play.
Hopefully. Otherwise I'm gonna have to get involved.
No, make me
Shout out BTE, by the way. Sorry. Just want to say it. We appreciate you guys.
I'm actually BT. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on to the Iter Show. Everybody, have a good night.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you need a firearm? Well, luckily enough, there is a place just for you. Ammunition. Good American-made pieces at good prices. That is ammunition. Abuse your Second Amendment rights today or tomorrow. Each piece sold separately.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the second part of our two-part interview today, and we welcome in our editor, CQB. He is, well, depends on which way you look at it, the owner of the server. So, CQB, how's it going?
Pretty good, Tar. Usually I'm used to interviewing these, or editing them, or both. Sometimes it happens that way, but I'm happy to be on the show. It's kind of a weird because it's the flip side, you know.
Yeah, you're the interviewer has become the interviewed. Well, on to our first section. You've been a foundational figure since early SSMC. How do you view your legacy now that the server has shifted so much politically?
I want my legacy to be viewed a little bit more as how I've led. Um, it can be viewed a couple of different ways because there's a lot of people obviously that have plenty of different opinions on me, but I want people to view my legacy as something that can be interpreted in different ways, hopefully positive for most people.
Yeah. Because honestly, when I joined the server, people no disrespect, people saw you as a little bit of a raging temper tantrum. Like,
No,
so
yeah,
much so
it's true.
there was a literal book on how to calm an angry CQB.
Oh, wait.
That was everywhere.
Yes, it was. It was. I feel like I've changed a lot over time. I've tried to become more lenient, of course, but
Yeah.
SC's in power now, and I've tried to step back from the political landscape a little bit. Obviously, I've ran the Eater show, media control, whatnot. It's fun. I like it. Um, but yeah, it's mainly because I have a lot going on my schedule, so I can't full time the server all the time.
Yeah. We all got lives outside of Minecraft.
No, right?
Nah. This completely separate side note, like a little bit off topic. Who here remembers Blast? The one person who never played, yet always was just raging on how nothing was happening.
I do remember the last. That is crazy. She banned? Guys, comment. Let me know what happened. I have no idea. Probably left the server. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure she's banned.
We'll figure out. I'll look after this. How about that? I'll put it in the comments or something.
Okay, well, on to our next question. Many associate you with bold decisions and calculated risks. Do you think your leadership style has helped or hurt the server long term?
Well, once again, it's similar to the last question. It's done a little bit of both, but I really do think it's helped because for the most part, people have learned to adapt to the political landscape. Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you ever think you're like misunderstood in your role? Because like I know some people saw you as the since like when I first joined, a lot of people saw you as the he's the owner. I'm just gonna ask him and get free stuff or ask him to ban people.
Not really. I mean, I've tried to play straightforward a little bit, but
Yeah.
honestly, yeah, there have been times a lot in the past where I have let people take advantage of me, and that obviously sucks and it's bad for the server, but to some degree, I have hurt the server, of course. I have made a lot of enemies over time, but I feel like that is bound to happen.
Yeah. Like you're never gonna have perfect legacy. There's always gonna be something bad that someone digs up. So there's nothing wrong with having your parts, but like me personally, I see myself as, I'm the leader of the desert district, but then I'm the one person that can't hold a population. So we are.
That is true. A lot of districts have had some struggle in holding the sustainable population. In fact, whenever I wrote that into the SCF Constitution, it's intentionally vague, of course, so that groups can sway that idea if needed.
Mhm.
Um, Pure intention or not.
Yeah. Well, on to our next question because we're taking this way too long and off topic. As the face of the Eater Party, what does Go Gold mean to you beyond just a slogan?
To me, I think Go Gold represents our values. Obviously, gonna be a little bit it's gonna be spoke more on in our upcoming interview, SC Gold. Not interview, it's a docu-series about eras in Sky City, but basically I had an interview with Tyrant in a interview called What's Going On with CC. He said that the CC is affecting the economy and that we have to deal with it the future. And I he said old as gold is not true, and we disagreed with that. Obviously, the Eater Party under the progressive utopians, we take a stance to some degree against the counter industrialist or the CC groups. So to me, go gold just means we hold our classical values.
How, just quick question, how do you balance like your utopian roots with Eater's now progressive and sort of industrial functions and influence?
See, that's very difficult because it almost sounds contradictory. Obviously, um, you have to be a little bit more tolerable with that more progressive side, but while being a utopian, holding on to that, mixing the politics into the server is a very core idea. Um, Moving forward's a tough thing, Tar, it really is. But sometimes we have to adapt and survive, and it's really up to whoever the politician is within that Eater party to decide on what that balance is.
Mhm. Well, on to the next part. You were once closely aligned with like figures like Elite, Maki, who we just interviewed, and even Link. How have those relationships evolved or fractured over time?
Oh man, it's they've changed a lot, obviously. The more people you meet, they leave more impressions on you, teach you new things, of course. Maki's actually in the Zoom meeting with us right now. He Heyo. He's he's kind of influenced me a little bit more on the economy side of things and balancing that out with the utopian ideas with stuff, bringing our past forward. And a lot for me, these relationships and these people help provide this progressive movement like Iter and whatnot.
Like, I've been like, this is obviously a little bit different than what you were just talking about, but many of people have been arguing that you thrive in political chaos, kind of what the server's been in a lot recently. Is this just by design or purely just so you can stay in the server?
Well, it is a design. It is hard to maintain a government. Obviously, we've had groups to maintain a government, like Maki, Book, whatnot. I try and follow in their footsteps, and with control of media and whatnot, I think sometimes extremes can form whenever these groups fall. And yes, you do thrive in some ways once groups fall. And especially if you're a larger figure in the server, right? Like an admin or whatnot.
Yeah. This is completely off topic. Give me admin, please.
Do you actually not have admin?
No, I'm one of the, like, you can kind of call it lucky, but also unlucky few. Because when you gave SC ownership, I lost admin. Like, I didn't really care, but I also got permalocked in creative. So,
SC, you heard the man. Send me a message.
give me
I need your permission.
Okay. Well, on to our next section. What's your vision for Sky City in the long term? Do you see either becoming more powerful, or do you think it's going to end up falling off?
My vision. Oh, good question, dude. My vision for Sky City in the future would be a group that is totally independent and can run a government on their own, adapting to popular sovereignty, a core idea that the Iter Party believes in. For the Iter Party, my core goal is to hand it off to the next generation of the server, which will eventually have, of course, and they'll be looking back on these interviews, of course. Guys, my message for you is to follow your core values, utopianism, and to continue on doing things the way that you think things are right. Uh, so yeah.
Just to wrap up the questions, how do you feel about newer players entering the political landscape without knowledge of the old alliances or legacies? Because, like, me personally, what kept me on the server is the fact that there was so much that came before me. Like, because I don't know if he still even plays Minecraft anymore, but AFK, he showed me like 90% of the history of the old nations. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what, like, kept me in the server.
And then I did the same for him. You see, it's really not a bad thing with newer players coming along because they can adapt some of these values. Like I mean that's the whole intention, of course, for these parties and these coalitions to later evolve into. It isn't a bad thing, and in fact, it's preferable to me because you have these more progressive ideas over time, learning from these past groups. That's why we make more progress in Sky City the further that we go because we're learning more from our mistakes whenever we have groups that fail, and we have more that fall in place.
Mhm. Well, thank you for joining the interview, even though you're the one that runs the whole joint. Thank you. And to everyone that's tuning in, have a good night.
Yeah, of course.
La Noche, everybody.